I do what I can. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. Oh, hi Sheila. Oh, I'm glad you could join me. Oh, I've got a couple people joining. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, I was just saying, sorry if the beginning of this video is a little shaky. One of my camera stands just busted on me, like literally right before the video started. So that's fun. I'm gonna have to see if I can hot glue that sucker together later. You know, life things. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Today we're gonna talk about this one right here, Lovely as a Tree. How many have this? How many of you guys already have this in your collection? Anybody else sad to see it go? I'm wearing my green, you guys can see. I'm wearing green. I've even got the green eyeshadow, you know. I considered a lot of different things, you know, all black, candles, playing taps, a lot of different things. You know, I actually have a lot of really cool facts about Lovely as a Tree to share with you guys before we flip the camera and do the stamping portion. So I have some really cool, interesting things to share with you. So for those that aren't demonstrators, there's a really cool thing going on right now. We have a demonstrator-only Facebook page. So if you're not a demonstrator, you can't be on it. Sorry, it's elite. it's for us only. But we're doing a farewell just a retirement party for Lovely as a Tree just today, and they've been sharing like all these really cool projects and stuff, and they actually had the creator that made that set on there, and so she was talking about it, and we had some different facts about it. So I have some really cool things to share with you guys about this set. So you guys know that this is our longest running stamp set, hands down. It has been with us since 2001. I was still in high school. I mean, for some of you that, that may have been longer, but so it's been with us for 18 years. It's crazy. So Kathy Pitt was the creator that designed that. She was also known, she's done a lot of different sketches. She's still with the company. Her other one that she also really is proud of, she's done a lot of different things, but Seaside Sketches, which I actually still have. It was actually in my cell pile, but I may keep it now that I know she did it, and the two are combined. So I was thinking about doing a set with both of them now. But she also did this one as well, which is very similar to, I don't know if you guys can see that, to some other ones coming out in the new catalog. It has a similar design look, so that's kind of cool. So she did that one as well. She has been with the company since 1990, and let's see what else was cool about this. So for 29 years, so she's been around a while. We don't have the full sales numbers for this particular set because they changed the system, but we do have them since 2004, so just missing like 3 years. But really cool, they've sold 210,000 of this particular set, which equates in US dollars to $5 million worth of that set, and that's in the clear and the wood, just all overall. So this thing is done really well. That's part of why it's stuck around for so long. So that's really cool. I thought that was really interesting. And so the other thing I thought was really cool I wanted to share with you guys. And so because it's been around for 18 years, you guys can imagine, and I mean, I've got quite a few samples to share with you guys, but I mean, I can only hardly scratch the surface of just how many samples and projects have been done with it through the course of 18 years. So it kind of struck me. I was like, so 18 years, like how many projects is that people have done? So I Googled it. Anybody else wondering, like, how many hits came from a stamp set that's been around that long? It kind of makes you wonder. Yeah. Oh, hi, Renee. So yeah, 6,730,000 hits on Google for this set. So just typing in Lovely as a Tree Stampin' Up. If you aren't familiar with Split Coast Stampers, it's not affiliated with Stampin' Up, but it's a really cool database for not just Stampin' Up, but just a lot of different stamp sets, stamp companies, but they're listed by the name of the stamp set. So Stampin' Up has its own database, and you can search by the name of the stamp set. So they have like a database of retired and current, and people can just post their projects. So it's really cool if you have a particular stamp set and you just want to look up ideas for a particular stamp set. It's really cool. That's Split Coast Stampers, all one word. If someone wants me to type it out, I will. But it's really cool because they have just a whole album of nothing but Lovely as a Tree. So I was curious, how many are in that album? 10,679. So yeah, there is a ton of projects out there with this set. So you will not be short of project ideas with this set. So can't really reinvent the wheel, but I do have some stuff to share with you guys. So I'm very excited to share with that. Also, interesting thing. So Stampin' Up! Does have another tree set. I'm going to share it with you that is coming to replace it. So it's got a little bit of a different feel. So even though this one is retiring, there is another one coming. So don't think that we are leaving you without any other tree options. There are other tree options. Yeah, and Mary, that is something to consider with the Stamparatus now, and a lot of, you know, things like that. You know, having it in clear does give you some options if you're doing bulk stamping. Now you can, you know, take it off your wood, but depending on how old your wood is, that might be kind of difficult. I haven't really done the unmounting, taking stuff off wood, so that's totally up to you. But yeah, once it's gone, it's gone. So yeah. Anyway, so, but yeah, I've got lots of projects. I'm trying to think anything else bookkeeping wise before I flip the camera. But yeah, I do apologize for the shaky holding. I think anything else? Oh, last thing, I know some people were holding off placing orders at the end of the month, because I know sometimes Stampin' Up! Does sales of the retiring list products prior to the new catalog launch. I got word we're not going to be doing that into the retiring list sale because the numbers have been so good with the inventory. So generally they do that sale if, you know, they've got excess inventory, but we've actually had really good numbers, so they don't have the surplus, they don't need to. So I'm just letting you guys know, if there's something you're eyeballing and you really want to get it, you probably really should go ahead and get it, because I can't guarantee that it's going to be sticking around. So I always try to tell my customers, if you really want something, you should go ahead and get it and not wait for a sale in general. But I just got word that they're not going to do one this year, so they just let us know that. So all right, so I think that's all just the business keeping stuff. So you guys ready for some stamping and some projects? All right, so I'm gonna flip the camera here, so have patience with me for a second. I'm gonna cover the camera for all y'all motion sickness people, so just mind my thumb for a second. I'm just gonna do a little in here. Up there we go. And do that flip. I feel like I should be like whistling something clever or something. Okay, and ta-da! Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this is the Lovely as a Tree set that is leaving us. I know all the sad. Oh, my sheet is crooked. There we go. All the sad faces. Hopefully I straighten that out enough. There we go. Ta-da. Okay, that cord out of the way. All right. So I have just a pile of things to share. So I tried for all of my samples to showcase specifically stuff that is retiring, because, you know, if there's anything specific that, you know, you see that you want to get, you do want to try to get it while you can. So yeah. All right, but I do also have some pretty old samples too. So let's just start. All right, so this, let me put this off the side. So this is our Lovely as a Tree. And, all right, well, let's just start off with some samples. So here's our first one. And the paper that I was trying to feature, this is the, also retiring, the Nature Poem Designer Series paper. And yeah, I've been kind of using a fair amount of it, so it's all chunked up. But it's a really nice retiring paper set that really complements well with this. So that's featured throughout a lot of my samples. But so this one just kind of cut out a hole using that leaf there. And this is the retiring Fresh Fig. So quick close-up, and then on to the next one. All right, this one I channeled one of my downline. So those that know Leanne, this is so Leanne. So this shout out to Leanne. You hang out with enough people, you start crafting like them. I'll get that in the frame. So this is a mirror technique. And this is even her colors too. So I showed this to my team and they're like, oh yeah, this is totally Leanne. Okay. Which if you guys want me to show you this mirror technique or talk about it, I totally can. Let me close that window there so I'm sure I can see that. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm seeing everybody's comments live here. Okay. Okay, I think I have it set up so I can see everybody's comments live. Okay. Yeah. And then this is also from another retiring set. This is from a military one, the Loyal and True. This is also retiring as well, which is just a really nice set if you have somebody military in your life. So that is also retiring. And I believe the embossing folder I used is also retiring as well. So anyway, so another cool one. Move that off to the side. All right, next one. So this is an old one. This was hidden back in my sample pile. So this was from an old class. I think this is Pool Party. So it's not in the best shape. But this was an old shaker card. So you can see I stamped it back there. There's a little window and there's some glitter in there. So basically you shake it and it kind of looks like snow. So this was another kind of fun thing that we did with Lovely as a Tree. Although this particular glitter is a little too fine. It kind of gets stuck on the window. But as I said, this is a rather old sample. It's Merry Christmas, so, you know. Okay. Okay, continuing with the Christmas. This is another Christmas one with that Lovely as a Tree. Now this is the, oh, got the glare on there. This is the big tree from that set. So I just turned into a Christmas tree. Pretty easy. So this is the red rhinestone embellishment. So they just peel and stick. Really easy. It's just stamped in green. Did the little peel and stick star. This is that laser cut paper. A little red, a little green. Came together really easy. So looks hard, but super easy. Simple Christmas card, and you could even throw, you know, stamp Merry Christmas on there. So, all right, this is another old, well, actually both of these are pretty old. This was a class, years ago. Christina pops on, she was probably at this class. Yeah, this was an old one. So for this one, I used this particular, man, the glare is bad on that. Okay, let me just, okay, like that. Okay, so I just used the top of this tree as the branch here. So it looks like the end of, you know, like the branch from a Christmas tree to hold the ornament balls. So kind of just a different idea with it. Yeah, that's back when we still had the top note die and, you know, ribbon. So it's a different way to use that set. So it doesn't always have to be the feature. It can be an accent. But yeah, these are old. Those are really old. All right, this one was a sample. Oh, this was a sample made by one of my team members. This is actually made by Leanne that I just found in my supplies. So another Christmas one. So yet again, very simple. Just stamped that tree. Looks like 3 times. So it looks like she stamped this one full strength. And then yet again, just probably inked once and then stamped off and stamped off again. So, and then just stamped Merry Christmas and a little twine, a little green. So not a hard card to make, but looks really nice. And actually she has this wrapped in plastic, so hopefully the glare is not too bad on that. All right. Okay, so we're getting down, we're getting down to the ones I just made the other day. So these are all brand spanking new. Okay. All right. So here's another one, and this is with that, this new DSP. We're about to retire DSP. The, Nature's Poem. I'll remember the name of it right before it retires. So this is just that tree. Stamped and cut out with circle punch. This is a little Calypso Coral and a little of that Tranquil Tide paper that's about to retire. So very simple. Okay. All right. Now these. Well, I'll show you this one first. So this is a really cool technique, and actually this is a technique that we're actually going to show in one of our sample cards here in a minute. It's kind of a fun fall looking card. This is Fresh Fig. I really like how it turned out. So all those little leaves look like tiny little dots because they are tiny little dots. And I'm going to show you how to do that, and it looks like it took forever and it was so super hard, and it really wasn't. And it's actually very relaxing and calming. So we'll be making something very similar to this. I'll show you here in a second. Okay. Here's another one. This is kind of more, I don't know, spring. So for this one, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do something a little different. So I stamped the main, or colored the main image just on one solid piece. And then I cut it out, basically with the oval. I cut out the shape with the oval. And then I took, see that background shape? I cut out an oval out of that and stuck it on top and kind of gave it a layered look. Kind of give it a fun 3D effect. I was just trying something different. Well, I think it looks kind of cool. I think it might still need a sentiment on it, but I was just trying to do something different, kind of give it a pop-up effect. I don't know what you guys think. Okay. And then here's another one, and this one yet again has the same dotted effect, but it's with softer colors, so it has a very softer look. And now this one, hopefully this will read in the camera. So this one actually has some circles cut out of it. Hopefully those can read. Okay, yeah, you can see these. So I was actually, for this one, trying to feature the fact that we have some circle punches retiring. So this is the 1 3/4 and the 1 1/4 punches, these punches, retiring. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do kind of like a floating circle, you know, stylized punch. I kind of wish I had pushed this up a little further because I was trying to put a sentiment on it and there wasn't a lot of room. So anyway, I thought it was kind of just something fun and different. But for this one, what I did is I punched those two out and I put dimensionals on the main piece. So there's dimensionals. And so I put the solid big piece on first, dimensionals all around. And then I put the two center pieces down flat just with some regular liquid glue and kind of wiggled it to the right spot so that it was nice and straight. So it slid right in there. It wasn't really hard, but kind of made for a cool effect. So anyway, that's that one. All right, so now on to the cards we are going to make. So these are the two featured cards today. Here, let me hold that up a little closer. So this is the one with the dot effect I was talking about. It's kind of a fun fall card. I picked this one because it actually kind of pays homage to one that I did at a class, one of my earlier classes, which was using this technique. It doesn't look exactly like the card that I did. Kind of wish I'd looked up a picture of it, but it was fall colors, so I kind of thought this was kind of a fun homage to that earlier class. So it's going to be some yellow and orange and red. And this is Calypso Coral, in case anybody was wondering what color that is. And this is just a piece of that designer series paper. So we're going to be doing this one. And then this one, I think it's just kind of a fun effect. Now it looks kind of a little mesmerizing and complicated, but really all we're doing is stamping just all around that edge. So it's kind of like you're looking up, you know, from the forest floor, you know, surrounded by trees. So I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cool. Now this is stamped on Very Vanilla, so if you stamp it on Whisper White, it might have more of a crisper effect. You could also sponge some blue on there if you wanted the sky to pop up more, but I was just trying to keep the supplies minimal on it. So this also has a little strip of the Wood Textures DSP, which I am also very sad is retiring because I love this stuff. It's just gorgeous. So, so let's go ahead and set up and get a stamping. You color our happy little trees. I also thought about, you know, seeing how many Bob Ross, you know, tree related quotes I could throw in this video, right? You know. Alright, here we go. We've got our paper here, and I already cut everything. So, trying to keep it moving. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Mary. Oh, and my black right here, memento, and then we move that off to the side. Trying to keep everything clean. Oh, I forgot the other thing I was going to mention too. So, if you're following my page, I also have on there a poll to vote on what is going to be featured in next week's Facebook Live. So either the Petal Palette or the Dragonfly Dreams. Right now it's kind of neck and neck. So I'm going to kind of keep it open until I think Wednesday, and then because I do need to prep. So if you could cast your vote on what you would rather see. I probably will end up featuring both depending on time, just later in the week, so or later in the month. But yeah, do cast your vote. I'll probably mention that at least one more time before the video's over if we have any latecomers. So just wanted to mention that before I forgot. All right, glue. All right, so we're going to start this off. Got our card base, so easy. We're just going to go ahead and glue that on the back. For this one, I just kind of stuck it off in the corner, just kind of giving a little bit of that edge. The other side of this is kind of nice too, but I really like the leaves. It kind of goes with that fall look. And of course the glue I grab is going to be on the empty end. There we go. Come on. Well, at least it doesn't take very much. Oh, I was also going to say, if you missed last week's video, I do still have it up, and I did just add it to YouTube. So if you know anybody that you think might want to see it, I did just add it to the YouTube channel. I'm going to start doing that with all of mine, so feel free to pass that on to anybody you think might want to see it. Trying to get back in the habit of doing more of these. You know, I'm working on all the videos. Y'all would not believe the exciting things I have planned for next month with the new catalog product. There's reasons I'm not showing you teasers of new stuff yet, but it's gonna be awesome. Okay. Okay, so I've got just the row of trees on it. Handy tip, especially with the old clear, because this is not the new cling, which the new cling is amazing. You don't have this issue with the new cling, so do check, make sure it's on there good. The new cling does not fall off, especially in humid climates like Florida. But the old cling, I had the problem of that all the time, especially if you have a dirty block. Yep, say it like that. So there we go. All right, we're still good. All right, so stamped. And then we're going to do some little sponging, and I put those sponges, I pulled them off to the side. Oh, I totally put them, I put them in a nice spot where I wouldn't forget them. Off to the side in the box, not in the box. That's okay. Well, Alright, well, let's just get a different color. We'll just go, okay, we're going to go Balmy Blue was one of the colors, and then we're going to do green. I know, I totally put them down. And I did just clean off my desk, I promise, guys. I really did. I really did. Okay, we'll go Old Olive. Alright. So... no, it's not Old Olive, but that'll work. Okay, and blue. Did I knock it off? Oh, is it on the floor? Oh, it's on the floor. That's where it is. Haha! That's what happened. Check the floor first. Handy tip when you're knocking things about. I don't think it was Old Olive I used. I think it was Garden Green. But when you're doing light sponging, the colors are kind of similar. Because we're not going really heavy with it. Okay. So. So we're just going to give it kind of just a nice light little sponge. Now, if you want to be really careful not to get the, you know, the sky and the grass, you can do Post-it notes, but I'm just going to kind of just really watch my line and just be really light on that edge. We're kind of going for the artsy look, so I'm just going to just be real careful here. That, and I think my Post-it note supply is a little low, honestly. Alright, so there we go. We're good. We're good. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Good enough. Okay. So, not too shabby. Okay. And then same thing for the green. Yep, I really don't think that was Garden Green. No, I totally think that was Old Olive. Okay, I'm switching back. Sorry. I try not to be wishy-washy. I did a lot of projects at once when I was stamping trees. A whole lot of trees the other day. Yep. Yeah, I think that was Old Olive. Okay. So, same thing. Just kind of gentle. Just following the edge. But really, I mean, these trees look good in like all the greens. I think over the years I've stamped them in like everything, so. Okay, there we go. You can kind of see we just got kind of just a nice base. Alright, so now we're going to grab our marker colors. Now really you can do this with just about any of the colors, but I think today we're going to do some crushed curry. And the Real Red, I think was the other one I used. Real Red. And Cajun Craze was the other one. No, it was Cajun Craze and Pumpkin Pie. That was it. Let me double check. Yep, that was it. Okay. So, for this technique... We're making friends in the comments. I love it. Alright, so for this, you're going to always start with your lightest color. So you go light to dark, not the other way around. That way you don't mess up your lightest color ink. And basically we're just going to kind of just do just some coloring all over the base of your tree. Now it looks like you're basically going to have, you know, little happy yellow trees, but keep in mind you're going to be spot coloring all over the rest of it. So it's really not going to show up fully yellow, but if you have a nice base, it'll be a lot easier. There we go. Just like that. I find coloring just relaxing. I don't know about anybody else. I think that's why all the coloring books were just super popular. Brought us all back to kindergarten. Now I just find blends coloring very relaxing. And then it makes me look like an artist. You guys all gotten some of those blends yet? Man, those are just amazing. Alright, so we've got our base. And now we're going to take our next darkest color, and this is, for this one, is the pumpkin pie. And I always like to do just the broad tip. And I just need to be careful, you don't want to poke too hard and smish your tip. But we're just going to do little dots, just little smish dots. I tend to do the side, not straight down. Just all over. All over. First time you do it, I tend to go a little light, but you can always go back and add more. Hopefully this is showing up okay on the camera. I might have needed to put a spot on it. Is that better? It might be better. Hopefully that's not annoying. Okay. Tell me, oh yeah, that looks more shadowy. Nope, nope, never mind. Trying to make it better, not worse. But basically with this, you're just kind of just doing a slow build up of the color. Okay, now we're going to switch to the red. Generally, your darkest one is the one you do the least of. And it kind of pulls it together. I do feel like it is kind of weird doing a fall color and this time of year, but yeah. This is such an easy set to do. So you kind of get the idea. So there we go. I call that done. What do you guys think? So yeah, and you can do this with pretty much any color combination. You can also do this same technique with a lot of other tree sets, and even with our newest tree set, which I'll show you here in a second. Rooted in Nature, which is taking the place of Lovely as a Tree. So let's go ahead and finish putting this guy together. So we're just going to glue him right on top. I just knocked that. There we go. So really quick and easy. Oh, yeah, that is cut at 4.5 by 3.5, if anybody was wondering. I meant to mention that earlier. Oh, yes. Yes, Tammy, it will stay in a lot of people's craft rooms. It is definitely a favorite for so many. Yeah. I think it will probably stay in mine for a while too. I don't know. I'm not sure how long it will stay in mine versus the new one, because I do really like the new one too. But I think I might be using the new one more, so I don't know. I don't know. I like them both. I really do. So, and then this one yet again, I'm just kind of sticking it to the edge, so we have just that nice little edge all the way around. So there we go, done. So that didn't take very long. So card number 1, done. On to the next one. Boom. So for this one, we are doing the retiring color, the Tranquil Tide, which I am really kind of sad to see this color go. I really do like it. And that wood textures, which, man, I tell you, I'm really pulling for them to, like, bring the wood textures back, or, like, I don't know, like, I was really hoping that wood textures would come back and be, like 12 by 12 sheets. Like, I thought that would be amazing. For a variety of reasons, but no, that didn't happen. So, I don't know. There's always next catalog. But, I mean, all the other amazing things in this catalog, I mean, I guess I can, you know, not have one thing, you know. Alright, so, my ink. Okay, my stamp. Oh, and then the other stamp, which I have over here. Okay. And then this one, thanks for the smile and everything else, is actually from the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set, which some of you guys were voting for. So I pulled that one from that. Alright. So I think we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and put, which actually that wouldn't be bad too as a background for this as well. So lots of awesome things. I know, right, Tammy? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You sandbox things, and sometimes, like so many of my great sandbox suggestions, they show up in one amazing catalog, like this one that's coming, which, by the way, if you do not have a demonstrator and have your hands on, or are about to have your hands on the new catalog, let me know, because this one, I mean, I'm not joking by saying it is my favorite catalog in all my years as a demonstrator. Like, I am so in love. It's part of why I'm like gearing up to like make all the videos. I'm not joking. Like, yeah. I'm so happy my son is now sleeping through the night, because I'm like, good, because I need to get back to making other things. I grabbed the glue that's like drying out. All right. So we're just gonna stick this one on the edge, and I believe this one was just like a 2-inch. Yeah, it's just a 2-inch strip by 5.5. So 2 by 5.5. Alright. Alright, and then this is a piece of Very Vanilla, and we're just going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment in the center, and then it's easier to kind of eyeball everything around it. Just trust me, it's easier to go that way. So, alright. Oh, I didn't ink that all the way. Let's do that better. It's not double-sided. And why is that, Sheila? What's wrong with double-sided paper? Okay. You generally only use one side at a time. Okay, down and up. I guess it just depends on the project. And then this one is pretty easy. We're just gonna, you know, just stamp corner and go around. And then you can use the off stamping to kind of give it some dimension. Not everyone has to be full strength, so you can kind of do some that are a little lighter, some that are full. So we're just kind of working it all the way around. So kind of imagine it like the trees are kind of reaching towards the sentiment. Although maybe not in an overly creepy way. But yeah, that's basically the idea. You're just kind of working it around. I tend to like to leave some spaces, you know, so it's not fully solid all the way around. Ta-da! So, there we go. Actually, I'm going to do one more. Yeah, right? Boom. Right there. Okay. So, pretty quick, pretty easy. I will clean those off in a second. Okay. And then also, you'd probably want to stick another one in the center, but I'll do that off camera in a minute. And I'm going to grab a glue that's not empty. There we go. Oh, yeah. Definitely been there and done that. Yeah, I want to use all the sides. That's because they just design such amazing things. It's hard to decide which side to pick. I've definitely been there, done that. Alright. Huh, there we go. So now we have stamped 2 amazing cards with this awesome stamp set. So you can see it is very versatile. And as I said, there are so many amazing, amazing designs and things out there with this one. I mean, it is really hard to give an adequate send-off because there is just so much out there with it. So I do really recommend you guys just searching and just taking a peek at just all the stuff that demonstrators have put out there with this one. Because yeah, 18 years, it is really hard to give it a really, truly amazing send-off, just me alone. But I did want to share with you guys what is coming to replace it. So do not think that the hole that is being left by it is going to be unfulfilled. So Rooted in Nature is what Stampin' Up! Has created to take its place. Oh, hi, Leanne. Oh, yeah, you missed. I actually shared one of your cards. So this is the one that Stampin' Up! Created to replace it. So it's a little bit of a different look, but it is a little bit of a bigger set. And this one actually does have words as well that Lovely as a Tree didn't. And this one has coordinating framelits, which Lovely as a Tree does not as well. So it's got some nicer things to it that Lovely as a Tree never had framelits. So there's some nice things that they added. Which I think will be really awesome. So I did want to mention that to you guys, and I also wanted to do a quick stamping with Rooted in Nature. Now, you're going to actually see a lot more coming out with Rooted in Nature actually pretty quickly. I wanted to point that out to you guys as well, because they're actually doing some demonstrator challenges for us, some sales incentives for us as demonstrators with that. So I would also recommend you guys keeping an eye out for some really cool projects and stuff with Rooted in Nature that's going to be coming out probably the end of this month and the beginning of next month. So a lot of demonstrators are going to be showing a lot of really cool stuff with this. So you want to see, Leanne? I might still have it handy. Yeah, I found that one in my supply. So do keep an eye out just for those, because I just want to let you guys know that those challenges exist, and so there's going to be a lot of stuff out there. So because of that, I did want to go ahead and stamp a quick card with Rooted in Nature as well. So I figured, you know, why not have three simple cards in one video? Why not? So the last one I wanted to do for you guys real quick is just a simple one with Rooted in Nature, showing that we can do a really quick and simple card. And of course, I did not have my note cards right handy. Where are they? Alright, let's do this one. Okay. Alright, so for this one, now this is just awesome, giant, big guy. For this one, this is not the new cling yet. This one is still the old clear, so I didn't put the stickers on it. So that's why it's unstickered, in case you're wondering, watching the video later. Boom. But look how big that thing is. So for this, we're just going to grab some greens. It doesn't really matter which green, because they're all awesome. And we're going to grab the words, which, I mean, these are really nice words. Thinking of you, you are wonderful. How versatile is that? I mean, so many occasions that is good for. Oh, actually, I think I did this one in olive green too. Old olive. So actually, let's do old olive. So. Okay, I'll just stick this off to the side here. Boop. Yep. So full strength. Thinking of you. Boom! Right in the corner. And then we got our nice tree. And he's pretty dark. So I'm going to give him just one stamp off, just on my paper. And then we're just going to stamp him straight in the center. Boom. Quick and easy. One color ink. One pack of note cards. You could crank out a bazillion of these. And you don't have to be thinking of you. You are wonderful. Or any of these sentiments. Not feeling that tree. You could do any of these other trees. You could do some leaves. Really, really quick and easy. So I'm thinking of some other similar note card sets, similar to the Foxy Friends, for the simple stamping line of videos that I might be doing in the future. So. Anyway, just wanted to share a really quick and simple card video. And if you don't have old olive, you could do the same thing with like any of the greens or any other Stampin' Up! Color if you're not feeling greens. Although generally you stamp trees in green. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to stamp a purple tree, nobody, yeah, do whatever you want. It's your card. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our simple stamping video. Don't forget to vote on what retiring stamp you would like to see featured next week. If you want to see a new product sneak peek, you can check out the unboxing video that Luke and I did earlier on the channel. It was very spur of the moment, as I wasn't really planning on doing one, but Luke really wanted to help unpack my box. So you can really see the before and after, as I had no makeup on earlier today, and how much better I looked in this video versus earlier. Anyway, so if you want to check out some idea of what I might be working on, you can see what was in my box. Anyway, thanks guys for watching the video, and as always, I really appreciate your support, and don't forget to like and share and place those orders. Take care. I'll see you guys next time.